What's up? My name is Royce and welcome to my channel where I talk about all things film and tech. And today I'm going to show you how to install those awesome red LUTs onto your new Nikon ZR. Now my ZR just came in the mail this morning. I've been super excited. Haven't filmed a thing on it yet. But the first thing I knew I wanted to do was install those red LUTs on here because, you know, it's a red camera now, right? Kind of, right? And the path to do this wasn't very clear. I kind of had to sit through the internet. So I'm now compiling all the things that I found and to make this easier for you guys. Now, the first thing I came across was this website on Nikon's website. I assume it came up on a Google search. It literally says downloading Red LUTs compatible with ZR. So I thought that was pretty helpful. Now I will include this link down in the description so you can click on it, follow along, because where this actually exists on Nikon's website, I have no idea. So I'm just thankful that this came up when I Google searched, and it provides those links to download Red's LUTs. So there's some other important information displayed here. You can read it if you want, but the most important is this third point. The ZR monitor reproduces and displays the Rec. 709 color space tones. When installing LUTs onto the ZR, use Q files that include Rec. 709 in their file names. And I'll show you why this is important, but first let's just download those LUTs. Now I'm just going to download the creative LUTs because those are going to have, the nice looking LUTs, the film bias and all that included in them. But you can download both files if you want, but choosing the creative LUT pack, you will have to log in to Red's website. And once you do that, you go ahead and hit download. And once those are downloaded and unzipped, open that file. You'll see two folders. First is the IPP2 creative and the IPP2 color transform folder. We want the color transform because that's what's going to transform these LUTs into Rec. 709 so they can be properly displayed on the ZR when you're filming. You can see here, just like on the website, it says it has Rec. 709 in the name. So we know these are all the right ones that we want. And there's a lot of options to choose from, but right here in the middle, you have the film bias, bleach, bypass, all the infamous red LUTs that we've come to know. So those are the ones we're going to take over onto the ZR. So next, you're actually going to want to format either your CF Express or your SD card, whichever one you're going to put your LUTs on. And then once you do that, plug it into your computer. And if your camera doesn't do it automatically, you're going to want to create a folder called Nikon, like there is here. And then within that, you'll see a ZR folder, which the camera will create itself. And then this folder, you will have to create a LUTs folder, all capital. And you can see here, I already have some LUTs files just from when I was doing it, but let me just delete those so we can start fresh. Now we'll go over to the LUTs that we have downloaded. We'll pick the ones that we want, which I'll just do all the film bias ones and drag those over. Now, what I recommend doing, because this is a very long named file, is you can simplify this, right? And I will duplicate it just so you could see why. So I'll just take off the copy on this first one and then remove Rec. 709, and I'll just keep the red film bias. But then for the other ones, I will just delete the rest. So now that I have that, I will eject my CF Express card and then put that into my ZR. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is make sure that you are filming in Red Raw. So log 3G10. If you're not in this, these LUT files won't work. This only works if you're shooting Red Raw. Makes sense because they are red LUTs. Now, I could be wrong about this. Again, I've only had this camera for like 5 hours. So if I am wrong, please let me know in the comments, but I haven't been able to get them to work on any of the other video file types. Then after that, we'll go to the custom settings menu, go all the way down to video, and then go to G14 where it says view assist and make sure this is turned on. If it's not turned on, exit out of here, we are in a flat profile. So you won't see the LUT applied. And we go back and turn view assist on. Then we can scroll down to G15, go to 3D LUT, and then down here, import cube file. Now you can see all the LUTs we put on the CF Express card. For whatever reason, they are doubled. I don't know why. Again, if someone knows why this is, please let me know in the comments. But the ones on top with the period and then underscore before red, these don't work. What you want are the ones at the bottom where it just starts with red or whatever the file name is without the period and underscore. I'm going to go here to red film bias, click on that, and now I'm going to save it to a LUT section. Now I've already done this, so that's why you already see these LUTs. But for you, if you haven't done this before, what you'll see is a slot that says unused. So you'll click that slot. But for me, since I already have this on here, I'll just do it anyway. I'll press this first, red film bias, hit overwrite, and yes. So now I can choose these LUTs from here. And just to go back for a second, go to import Q file. The reason why I simplified the name here, you can see I kept everything else in this bottom file. Sure, it's fine. It'll work the same, but that's just a lot to read on a screen. So by taking off the 2_rec709, blah, 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 it's just a little bit simpler, especially with these longer names like film bias, bleach bypass, and then to have all that stuff afterwards, it's just a lot. So that's why I recommend just simplifying the name of the files. Now, once you've imported all the LUTs that you want, I can now go to select LUT, and I will go to film bias, exit out, and now we see that on the screen. And just for some comparison, I'll switch this to the bleach bypass, and we can see that difference there. So now we have all the LUTs that we want. And just to show you as an example, this red tech right here, this was not the 2_rec709 LUT. This was from the other creative folder. So when I select that and I go back, you see here we're back in the flat profile. Those LUTs will not work. So you have to make sure you use the files that have Rec709 conversion in them. And that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. And if so, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. And yeah, happy shooting with you, ZR, guys.